It's up here, podcast. Really good news, man. Theo Butler. Welcome to another exciting episode of I Ain't Saying I'm Just Saying the Rock with Nation. Y'all go ahead and clap that damn thing on up. Yeah. Before we begin, like, share, subscribe. You like, leave a comment. You don't like, leave a constructive comment. Why? Because if you know what grows and sharing is caring. Yeah, that's what it is. Y'all see what we got going on? Yes, Storm. Issue 8, yes. Brought to us by Mariwa Ayadele and Lucas Worthing. And let me just go ahead and interject this right here. If you have not picked up Akugan Brutalizer Gods because you feeling some type of way, you cheating yourself. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you. I feel like I got to say that because that's a nice read. No. That is a nice read. If you're not familiar with it, I did review the book and he got Akugan Revenger of the Gods coming out, if I'm not mistaken, June. So y'all make sure y'all check that out. That said, though, we got this right here. Storm issue 8. We gonna crack this puppy on open. And it picks up with Thor informing Ororo about Hadad, a storm god like none other, especially since he the first one. And he ain't nothing but trouble. Yeah. He ain't nothing but trouble. Says here, he's so tough, he wove eternity as his cloak, forged death into a war club, turned the Phoenix Force into his own personal suit of armor, and infinity into a shield. Yeah, you bad man jammer, you doing all that. And say the only one that can defeat him is the one above all. That's saying a lot. Meanwhile, over in Rio de Janeiro, Tony and T'Challa give each other a hard time about their respective exes. That would be Ororo and Emma Frost. While Reed simply smirks because him ain't so good. We'll talk about that later on. In the near future, we find the Silver Surfer suit. Hasbro. We don't need that action figure. Yeah, I know. You felt some type of way to give us the other Silver Surfer. Yeah, Silver Surfer in black, whatever. We don't need this. We could take the Ororo action figure. We could take the Manifold action figure. It'd be a 2-pack with Gateway. But Silver Surfer suit, I'm just letting you know, we don't need this. All right, cool. Going back to the story. In the near future, we find the Silver Surfer suit commanding the Rock Blizzard to release Galactus as Thor explains to Ororo their situation. Storm gods are choosing sides. Some are for Hadad and some are against. He's unsure which side the storm gods were on that Ororo fought last issue. He don't know. She just needs to be prepared as he presents her with a feather to summon him if and when they come back. Yeah. From there, we shift scenes to the Storm Sanctuary where we find Aurora getting her workout on, as well as finding out she's been summoned by the F to the B to the I. That would be the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Yeah. Why? That whole manhunt thing with Professor X. And these ain't your standard edition federal agents. Y'all see this? I got questions. Say what you want, but I, for one, can appreciate how effortlessly and seamlessly Mariwa Ayadele has found reasons to bring characters of color into his book. Yeah, I can. Some folks act like it's an issue. It's a struggle, but he's been able to do it. I mean, Maggot, Manifold, and Gentle in this book alone, and Gateway. T'Challa, I think it's to be applauded. I really do. That said, we're going to keep it going. The exchange between Ororo and Eden. So are we saying that maybe if X fans want it bad enough, Krakoa and Ororo could return? Interesting. As she enters FBI HQ, she leaves him the responsibility of watching over the sanctuary, as well as Maggot, who is, well, you see it. She got that much room in her sanctuary though. this got to be more than danger room technology at play here. Like, I don't think her, but hey, long story short, Maggot done organized a superhuman fight club, and you see Gateway right there. That said, when it comes to one being gentle, another one from Iowa, you see gentle right there. Other contestants, I got questions. Gentle. I'm gonna go do some research before I drop this video, but I don't think he need them Wakandan vibranium bands on his body no more. And I don't think the abomination look like that no more either. I'm gonna go do some research. I am. I'm gonna go do some research because last abomination was General 13, and he got deleted. And I don't think the abomination ain't been back since then. But I'm gonna go do some research. I ain't saying. I ain't saying. I'm just saying. So back over to FBI HQ, where we find Ororo in a massive interrogation room by alien. That we got aliens working. I mean, not like, but no, I mean like from off planet. They part of the FBI. The FBI agent named F.B.I is interrogating her on behalf of the American government. So Marvel Comics trust aliens off planet, but don't trust mutants. Oh wow, okay, that's crazy. Anyway, if you've seen an interrogation on the small or big screen, F.B.I is just as smug as the interrogators you've seen. Of course, this is Ororo, so those tactics don't work. Regardless of what tactics he attempts, she's prepared. Even when he tries to manipulate her telepathically, she's able to resist because of the way her powers work. But she's been telepathically manipulated before, though. But she's immune. That proves to be her legal undoing, because if she wasn't forced to aid Xavier, then that means she aided and abetted a criminal, which is legally considered obstruction of justice in all 50 states. So, what are my thoughts? Okay, so my thoughts as the reader, everything made sense. I thought the interaction between T'Challa and Tony was funny. All things considered, sanctuary big, like that's real big. Like, but we know who helped create it, so I'm of the mindset there's some danger room technology in play there. That said, considering who did make it, we asking stuff here. So if Shorty had some. This would have had to have been something that Shorty did, which would make sense if we're going back to Avengers versus X-Men, and we're remembering when Shorty was the Black Panther, T'Challa was in Hell's Kitchen. If we're saying this was done then, that makes sense. Utopia, she's had it since Utopia. If we're saying she's had it since then, it makes sense. It does. As far as everything else goes, I got to do the research. I'm not sure Gentle still needs those vibranium bands. Don't. And it comes to Abomination, last I checked, his face was doing something like that. So I don't know. I gotta go back and research it. Aside from that, Storm Gods, her dad, what her dad is capable of, that's crazy. That's a lot. Interested in that. Like I said, I'm wanting to see where we going. Clearly, this is a story about evolving Ororo into a goddess. Thor has acknowledged her as a goddess. That's what that is. So she's a goddess. I ain't trying to go backwards. I wasn't trying to go backwards from Krakoa either, but I saw what happened. Wasn't trying to go backwards from the Intergalactic Empire either, but I saw what happened. Anyway, that said, I'm out. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. I don't, aside from the issues that I said I've had, I didn't have an issue. I think I've spoken them, and it is what it is. I'm still enjoying the comic. We're going to see where we go. Issue 9 right around the corner. Till then, let me know what your thoughts are. In memory of the late, great Don Cornelius and Chadwick Boseman, I wish each and every last one of y'all love, peace, and so, yeah.